Good morning. Good morning.
It's getting too spicy. I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. When you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy.
It's getting too spicy. I ain't even had my coffee.
Early in the morning, time to get it.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen?
I like to get it poppin', cause my sound is supersonic. I done came so far, and it's early in the morning. I just woke up out my sleep, threw some water on my face.
Ladies and gentlemen,
in the Golden State. Ain't no tossing and turning or time for insomnia. I know the best way to make it is to cut the drama and give it my all.
Don't stop.
What I promise.
Good morning.
Even if I fail,
At least I was honest. Good morning, Johnny Stern. How you doing, brother?
Good is this power if I use it like a fool. If I wanna make it through the compromise, steady cruise.
Or I can sit back and just watch the news. Hey.
Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me. I was born to be your winner, you can never stop me.
Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me.
I was born to be your winner,
You can never stop me. Let's go. Hey, yes. Tell him, Johnny.
Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too
Cut it out,
spicy,
clickbait. Or I say, trash bait. You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this show started. Happy Monday. What was it? February 12th. Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do. That's right.
It's like I'm stuck in time.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Glad to be in the kingdom. What an interesting weekend, right? I hope you all behaved yourself and stayed out of trouble.
Deja vu.
Yeah, it is like deja vu.
It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game,
Head of the class.
You can tell that I'm
Miss
in
Moss
it. Look at my grass.
let's
Cars
go.
in the garage, the tanks full of gas. I
Play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous. Let's go.
Algorithm turns you a maniac.
Yeah.
I guess we going viral cause my zodiac.
I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet.
Benjamin Franklin is
My pants kid.
man, if they is my ex to me.
Oh, yes, Gina.
They don't give me puns if they text me.
I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Hey, got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited.
Call me the master with a new whip.
Woo! I'ma take off in a spaceship. Here it goes.
I haven't gone into Zeus's live in a couple of days.
Yes.
Shit was radical.
Very radical.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
It's like deja vu.
Good morning.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
I know.
It's like deja vu.
All right.
It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
I'll be
DJ,
back.
go ahead and kill the music. Get ready to kill the music. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Thunderdome. I am your pilot. I am your host. Actually, I'm your favorite host, all right? And you know exactly what I came to do, all right? But before we get started, let me start out by introducing myself. I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple, ladies and gentlemen. The first H stands for honest. I'm the most honest person on social media, right? I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. So help me God, all right? And MAGA, I understand that you hate it when I do it, but I don't give a darn. I really don't. Second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because, I'm humble. There's nobody more humble than me on social media. Listen, if I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize. It just turns out I haven't been wrong lately, right? All right, and the last and final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most what? Handsome. Nobody more handsome than me. Many of you are familiar with what we do over here on this side of town. What we do on this side of TikTok is very special, ladies and gentlemen, right? We hold our friends on the right accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes. And believe you me, there's a lot of dirty deeds that are disgusting and filthy crimes that they continue to do day in and day out. All right. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you Trump supporters the opportunity of a lifetime. Listen, if you don't like hearing the truth, or as my good friend Brother Swerve likes to say, you're lactose intolerant, right? If you're lactose intolerant, do me a huge favor, right? Just leave this live and go on about your miserable lives, all right? Playtime's over. Gloves are off. I will never allow a Trump supporter to be a victim around me. You can sit on this app and cry as much as you want. You can go into these fake TikTok lives with these fake TikTok hosts and cry your eyes out. I'm not losing any sleep over you traitors. All right. So if you want to have a good rest of your day and you don't want to have your breakfast ruined, you might be feeling good, but you might feel sad. You might just want to leave because it's going to get nasty in here because a lot of truth is coming out. But guess what? You don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
There. All right. You're here at your own risk. I will not be kind to these traitors. And as a matter of fact, there's not just MAGA that I'm actually concerned about. Now, I talked to someone yesterday that claimed they were on the left yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. And the alarm bells are going off. Right? There's a lot of... Many of you think I use the word seditionist, treasonous, traitor. That's actually more than one word. But you think I say these things simply just to be entertaining. No, I use those words. When you say that about someone, to me, it's a serious thing. All right. And it's sad. It's a sad day in American history when this word is being used because on a regular basis, ladies and gentlemen, we have to regularly call out American citizens, whether they're on the extreme left or mainly what I talk about is the right, for being just downright ignorant of American history, right? They believe a bunch of lies and misinformation. These folks, ladies and gentlemen, on both sides, I was in a live yesterday. It was what I call treason headquarters, where they were praising Tucker Carlson and Vladimir Putin. They were. Don't boo me. Don't boo me. Would you rather me lie? We have folks in this country, ladies and gentlemen, who praise Vladimir Putin on one side and talk crazy about the sitting president of the United States. To all of you who feel like that's acceptable conduct, do me a huge favor. Leave this country. To my friends that are on the left, I want to remind you that the fantasy world that you are imagining is fake. All right? This world is not a land of fairy tales and milk and honey. Come back to reality and ask yourself, what other country on this planet, can you live in and express the views that you have and be safe? These folks out here brand themselves as communists. Name one communist leader that wasn't an unaliver. They don't know history, though. They don't know history. And then you got these Trump supporters. What are they doing? They're worked up over a lot of crazy things, all right? It's just so much, ladies and gentlemen, that we got to get into, all right? So in the best interest of time, I'll try to get through as much of this as I can. And like I said, if you don't like the content...
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Yeah, because I'm not here to play games with these so-called adults anymore, all right? So let's kick this show off, ladies and gentlemen, the old-fashioned way, all right? The biggest traitor ever, Donald Trump, alarming confession confirms his anti-war stance. was always a sham. Now, many of us were paying attention to his so-called rally. Actually, I don't even call what Donald Trump does anymore rallies. These are just flat out treasonous campaign commercials, right?
The presidents of a big country stood up and said, well, sir, if we don't pay and we're attacked by Russia, will you protect us? I said, you didn't pay? You're delinquent? He said, yes, let's say that happened. No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. You got to pay.
Right. So this is Donald Trump saying he would encourage Russia to attack NATO allies. And he said if they don't pay, he's going to say, do whatever the heck you want to our allies. And this is the same guy who has a career in fraud, a career in not paying any of his bills. Has he paid E. Jean Carroll yet, ladies and gentlemen? Is Donald Trump the actual spokesman? Is he the face of paying your bills on time? Absolutely not. But this is another sign that Donald Trump is a traitor. He doesn't care about the interests of the United States. He only cares about lining his pockets and supporting Vladimir Putin. All right. But he didn't stop there this weekend. Oh, no. Trump, Mr. Nobel Peace Prize, candidate, right? He's trying to get a Nobel Peace Prize. He didn't just stop with making sure NATO knows he doesn't have their back. Where else did this traitor go?
Said, I will never run against him. Then she comes over to see me at Mar-a-Lago. Sir, I will never run against you. She brought her husband. Where's her husband? Oh, he's away. He's away. What happened to her husband? What happened to her husband? Where is he? He's gone.
Right.
He knew.
So this is Donald Trump mocking Nikki Haley's husband, who's in our military, right? So what we got this weekend is from treason headquarters was Trump basically telling Russia to do whatever they want to NATO, and Donald Trump once again attacking our troops. This is why I say Donald Trump is unfit to be the president of the United States. This is why I say all of those people who support him, they're just as culpable as him. They are as guilty as him, and that's why I call every single one of you Trump supporters exactly what I call Donald Trump. You treasonous traitors, right? So let me remind you by bringing this point all the way home. Here we are, getting hung up on Donald Trump's glaringly low IQ being on regular display. But the former president's latest admission serves as a wake-up call, a reminder that he's not just some power-hungry, aging politician with a history of committing crimes. He is someone who is just bidding his time to cause more harm to millions of people for his greed. The scary part, he's not afraid to accept it. Clearly, Tucker Carlson's interview with Russian President Vladimir Putin has invoked Trump and his son's barely withheld adoration for him. Junior limited that love to daydreaming about Putin outwitting Joe Biden because Putin publicly stomping back in 2018 was so fun, and hoping for Carlson to be his father's vice president, boldly stumping on Marjorie Taylor Greene's aspiration of occupying the position one day. But Daddy Trump, beyond impressed with Putin's deplorable explanation of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, has vowed to stand aside and encouraged his bestie to kickstart World War III. Donald Trump is begging Vladimir Putin to start World War III. And this is on the heels of his supporters begging Donald Trump to launch the next civil war. Good morning, Shay. Yep, you read that right. While giving a speech in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Trump reminisced about a time when he, as president of America, told an anonymous European head of state that he would gladly let Russia do whatever the hell they want to NATO allies who do not meet their financial commitments and would not come to their aid if they were attacked by Putin. Quote, you got to pay your bills, which is funny, like I said earlier, considering his track record. But where's the joke ends, because for the highly controversial 2024 election candidate who is up for a Nobel Peace Prize, the above anecdote is not merely story, but a promise he plans to see through in case he gets to be president for a second term. His alarming Perception of NATO comes at a time when a few Republicans are loudly protesting against further aid to Ukraine. Trump's comments completely oppose his repetitive self-promotion of being anti-war, right? We didn't have any wars when Trump was president, but now he's begging for it, right? This doesn't make any sense. And his near constant accusation that Biden has brought America to the brink of world war, and his contradictory statements have not escaped everyone's notice. At this point, the future Trump has in store for America hardly needs to be spelled out. MAGA supporters demand reasons why Trump shouldn't assume office for a second term. Well, there is no need to address their questions because their favorite candidate keeps answering them on a regular basis. A man who dreams of unleashing destruction and strife doesn't belong in the White House. But Trump definitely deserves to be somewhere, given all the accusations against him and the crimes he has been found guilty of committing. Not only is Donald Trump a traitor, but ladies and gentlemen, he is also a criminal. So guess what we got to do? Join me, right? You know what we got to do? Let's kick this show off the way we normally do. Join me in giving Donald Trump, criminal Trump, traitors Trump, what he deserves. Our first honorable round of what? Booze and shame! I don't allow Trump supporters to be victims around me. To all you Trump supporters in my comment section, I get it. You know how to spell Trump 2024. I get it. You know how to spell FJB. Even though but do me a huge favor. Stop spamming my comment section, all right? Just stop it. And do something you've never done, probably since you were in the 4th or 5th grade. Sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. You just might learn something. You sit on this app all day crying and complaining about what the United States is or isn't doing, but you have no clue how the United States government works. You have no clue how any government on the planet works. All you're doing is living in fantasy land, wishing Peter Pan, all right, would come rescue you. It's not going to happen. Wake up. Sad. It's really sad that I have to go to this length to get the point across to a lot of you, all right? Now let's move on to our next topic, all right? Comparing Donald Trump to Jefferson Davis over insurrection and the presidency. You know what this is about? All right, Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, all right, for those of you scholars out there, for those of you TikTok lawyers, all right? Or as I like to call you, a bunch of cry. Before the United States Supreme Court is whether Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which bars certain persons who have engaged in an insurrection against the Constitution from holding office, applies to presidential candidates. This matter is at the Supreme Court because the state court in Colorado found that the presidency was not an office and that the president was not an officer. The Colorado Supreme Court reversed that decision, a finding that would keep Donald Trump off Colorado's Republican primary election ballot. The focus of both Colorado's ruling was whether President Trump or then President Trump engaged in an insurrection when the January 6, 2021 Capitol riot occurred. If Section 3 does not apply to the presidential candidate, then the defeated Confederacy's President Jefferson Davis was potentially eligible to be elected the nation's president after the Civil War. Can this be right? Section 3 states in relevant parts, no person shall hold any office. You hear this, Angel? I was in that live you were in, Angel. Maybe you should listen to this too. Because you all don't understand American history. You know what you understand? Feelings, and you don't even understand that. This is why I tell you Trump supporters, reading is fundamental. All right? Stop listening to these fake TikTok hosts like Snuggles. All right, these folks are a bunch of liars, and the fact that you believe them shows how unintelligent you are. All right, so Section 3 states in relevant part, no person shall hold any office, civil or military, under the United States who, having previously taken an oath as an officer of the United States to support the Constitution of the United States, shall have engaged in an insurrection against the same. If the presidency, listen to this, if the presidency is not in office within the meaning of Section 3, or if the president is not an officer within the meaning of Section 3, yes, that would mean Jefferson Davis would not have been barred from being elected president after the Civil War. Now, I know a lot of you Trump supporters don't even know who the heck Jefferson Davis is, but do me a favor. Go look him up, all right? Look at what happened when he decided to engage in sedition and treason. All right, look at where he ended up. He was in jail for a couple of years. It's crystal clear. We're not going to let folks, all right, we're talking about the Union against the South, all right, the Confederates, all right, who thought at one moment in our history that they could lead this country based on their hatred for the Union, all right? They wanted to be a country that believed slavery was legal. All right? And they fought for it and they lost. They paid dearly, all right? And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make sure we get this right, all right? If you participate in an insurrection in this country, under no circumstances should you be allowed to be president. And it's just that simple. And so guess what we're going to do? Because we know what Donald Trump is. He's a wannabe Jefferson Davis, except for he doesn't have the military background that Jefferson Davis had. At least Jefferson Davis actually served the country to a certain degree. But you know what Donald Trump was doing while instead of serving our country, he was doing services, all right, but he was serving a criminal underring, a crime ring or something, right? He was serving the Trump crime family, learning how to be the biggest criminal in American history right before he took over and became president. So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Let's give this fake Jefferson Davis wannabe, doesn't even have the service, the military understanding to understand how to lead troops, all right? His best I got to give it to him. His best military exercise, ladies and gentlemen, was the failed January 6th coup. Join me, because he ended up losing just like Jefferson Davis did, right? Join me in giving this insurrectionist, this fake Jefferson Davis wannabe, Donald J. Trump, what he deserves. Him and his MAGA soldiers, who are just his MAGA soldiers are some knockoff Confederates. Join me in giving them what they deserve. Another round of boos and shame! You want to be Confederates so bad. You want to be Confederates? Well, do me a favor then. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Why don't you go out to Mississippi in the hot summer and contract malaria then, all right? Be some real soldiers for once, all right? As far as I'm concerned, you're all afraid. Cowards, all right? Hiding behind the most weakest leader in American history, by the way, Donald J. Trump. Like I said, when this is all said and done, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump will be in prison with his supporters. And I do mean that. I really do. And people ask me, well, Zeus, why are you so harsh? Why are you so direct and blunt when you talk to these folks? And I said, listen, the stuff that I'm saying now, ladies and gentlemen, truth be told, I wouldn't have said it 3 weeks ago, right? 3 weeks ago, I used to be a lot kinder. I used to be a lot nicer, right? But we cannot be nice anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because the gloves are off.
Everyone knows I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
The gloves are off and the jar has been opened, all right? Anybody that supports the MAGA ideology, anybody that aligns with MAGA, as far as I'm concerned, you're traitors, and I got to treat you accordingly. if you want to have a serious conversation with Zeus or any of my friends, perhaps, please do me a huge favor and actually learn about the stuff you're talking about. All right? Because when you get in the box, you know, a lot of them like to send me guest requests. They end up getting in the box and they end up making themselves look very, very ridiculous. All right? All right, now let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. Thank you, Chrissy, so much. Here we are in Black History Month. And, you know, MAGA is once again showing the rest of the country exactly why we call them racist, right? This is why we call them bigots, misogynists. This is why. And if you get offended when we put these labels on you, you know what I say? Good, right? Wear your badge with honor. Critics drag Don Jr.'s racist, misogynistic Michelle Obama Instagram post. Here he goes. I found this rare Michelle Obama rookie card. You see what I'm saying? And I know a lot of them are sitting on the other side of the screen, and you know what they're doing? Instead of being ashamed, they think it's funny. They think this is funny, right? You guys think this is funny, right? I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. But you know what I do think is funny? Donald Trump being in court today, out there in Florida. Yeah. You know, I think what's funny? Donald Trump losing $88.5 million to E. Jean Carroll. You know what I think is funny? Donald Trump losing to President Biden in 2020 and you still believing the big lie. I think that's funny. So laugh as much as you want. But guess what I got? The facts on my side. You know what I think is funny? Biden didn't get charged with for mishandling classified documents. But Donald Trump is being prosecuted for violating the Espionage Act and refusing to return those class. I think that's quite hilarious, MAGA. Woo! Nothing gives me more joy. All right, but let's look at this. Look at what they did. Donald Trump Jr. used the Super Bowl to attack former First Lady Michelle Obama on what critics are calling a racist and misogynistic comparison between her and an ex-NFL player. The former president's son, in an Instagram post yesterday, posted a picture of former Pittsburgh Steeler, all right, Levon Kirkland, that included the caption, "I found this rare Michelle Obama rookie card." All right, and the folks on Twitter, they responded to him. All right, here we go. Insane levels of racist misogyny on Don Jr.'s Instagram page, right? Good one, because this is true. All right, he's just like his father. Embarrassing. Here we go. When Republicans lose, racism is their first go-to, right? What a pathetic loser Don Jr. truly is. Racist and misogynistic beyond belief. I hope he is as miserable as he is racist. You see, MAGA, this stuff right here doesn't hurt Zeus. It just only confirms what I've been saying about you, all right? And so that's why I want you all to do me a huge favor, all right? All of you in the audience right now, you know, my fellow friends in the kingdom, join me in giving Don Jr. and his MAGA friends, especially you, Snuggles. I bet you thought this was funny, didn't you, Snuggles? Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump, who's a loser, and Don Jr., who's a loser, and actually they're both misogynistic, racist, pig, seditionist, treasonous traitors, what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame!
MAGA demon.
Silence, you MAGA demons. All right? Someone actually got in my live the other day. I was in the closet of truth. Why do you call us MAGA demons? Come on, Zeus. It's not like that. I mean, you understand. I call you MAGA demons because here we are. You're forced to deal with the truth. And instead of embracing and dealing with the truth, you pivot. You do a little spin around, duck, fall, drop. Like it's a fire. What do they say? Stop, drop, and roll. Whenever facts come, that's what MAGA do. Oh, it's too hot, Zeus. And they start doing that little stop, drop, and roll. Yeah, that's what happens when you got the MAGA demon in you. You can't handle the facts. Your mind starts to get scrambled and you start running for different situations, looking for answers, and there's not going to be an answer. You know what happens when you run from the truth? You get smacked with the truth. All right, they don't like me because I tell the truth. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I'd rather tell the truth and be realer than you than to be out here believing lies and misinformation. Okay? Look at this right here. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. No strings attached. I'm not a hand puppet. All right? You are. That's why you believe what you believe, and that's why you're at where you're at, all right? Now, let's move on to our next topic, ladies and gentlemen. God is in control. Joel Osteen blames forces of evil after shooting at his church. Pastor Joel Osteen has blamed the forces of evil for a recent shooting at his Lakewood church. Speaking at the press conference with the police in Houston, Osteen reminded the world that God is in control, though he didn't explain how God was involved in this case. We have been here for 65 years, Osteen told the press, to have somebody shooting in your church. We don't understand why these things happen. We know God is in control. We are going to pray for that 5-year-old boy and pray for the lady that was deceased, her family, and all other gentlemen. He admitted he was in a fog before saying, there are forces of evil. The forces that are for us, forces of God, are stronger than that. They will go strong and do what God has called us to do. Lift people up and give hope to the rest of the world. 2 others were, targeted at the church. 1 man in his hip and the 5-year-old child that the shooter brought with her. Ladies and gentlemen, he's right about one thing. There are some evil forces at work. This is why I've been saying what I've been saying. When you choose to believe lies, when you choose to support evil, you cannot be shocked by what happens. Now, I get it. It's a dangerous world out here, right? It's a dangerous world. But at some point, ladies and gentlemen, folks need to be brave enough and do something, right? You want stricter gun control laws or do you not, right? Well, if you don't have stricter gun control laws, then what you end up with is a situation where a lot of them like to say, well, it's mental health. Well, you got a lot of people out here with mental health issues that have been fed a bunch of lies and misinformation, all right? And when you get all of that, you combine it. It's a nasty situation, especially in the state of Texas, where Greg Abbott, I would argue, is the reason there's a strong demonic MAGA force in the state of Texas. And look at what it's doing to that state. You have Uvalde, right? Yeah, Uvalde. And now this, and the children are involved. This is why I say the most dangerous threat to this country, arguably, is Donald J. Trump and his demonic supporters, which I call MAGA demons. So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Join me once again in giving Donald Trump all the way down to Joel Osteen what they rightfully deserve. Another round of boos and shame. Shame on you. I see I have a lot of dissension in my comment section. For those of you who don't like this platform, or you're feeling like the temperature's just too hot and you can't stand it, you must not have heard me at the top of the show. I gave you a warning.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
If you're not happy, you can leave. I don't care if you unfollow me. Just do it. Don't even send me a message. I could care less. I really could, okay? Because as far as I'm concerned, your conduct is the one that's the issue, all right? What you've been doing on this app is the issue. I could care less, all right? As far as I'm concerned, a lot of you are misinformed. You refuse to learn even when given the opportunity to. And so, no, your opinion doesn't matter to me. You could just do me a huge favor. Sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. All right? Now, you want to talk about God is in control? Well, you know what? Let's keep that going, ladies and gentlemen. God is in control. God's in control of this. In Trump's New York hush money case, key decisions in his court appearance on Thursday will shape his first... It was you lost. Cut it out. You lost last night and you're going to lose in November. You see that right there, ladies and gentlemen? My good friend Jimmy. He's not paying attention. His mind's on foolishness, right? See, when your mind's on foolishness, you miss the truth, right? So, Jimmy, shame on you, brother. Don't you have anything else better to do? Didn't mom tell you to stay in the basement? How did you get on the internet? Jimmy, do me a huge favor, bro. Sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast. All right? All right, Jesus Christ. All right, now listen, God's in control, Jimmy. Listen to this, Jimmy. A key decision at Trump's his first court appearance for his first felony trial. See, Jimmy, I wanted to let you know Donald Trump returns to court this Thursday in his New York hush money case. Wow. He's already at court right now for those classified documents. On tap are rulings on scheduling, evidence, and a motion to dismiss ahead of the March 25th trial date. He wishes this case would just go away. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. He wishes that Alvin Bragg would let up on him, but we're not going to let up on him. Thursday will be Trump's first in-person court appearance in the case since his arraignment back in April. All right. And many of you, just a reminder, this is related to Donald Trump's election interference case. And you want to know what the election interference was? Well, in 2016, when he was running against Hillary Clinton, and we saw the election interference from James Comey, Donald Trump, he paid a porn star, Stormy Daniels, hush money through fraudulent means in order to hide this information from the American people. This is the real election interference, and now he's got to pay for those crimes. March 25th is his court date, but he has a hearing this Thursday in which he is required to show up. All right, and he's trying to get this case dismissed, but it's not going to work. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Join me once again in giving Donald Trump and his supporters another round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demons!
Silence, you MAGA demons. All right. Listen, we got to open up these boxes, but I got a few more quick topics to cover, and then we're going to open up those boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth. It's like my grandmother always says, tell the truth and what? Shame the devil. Uh-oh. Here we go. This is something I seriously want to cover, especially for those obsessed with the situation going on at our southern border. Sorry, MAGA. Americans, not migrants, are smuggling in the fentanyl. All right? I keep trying to tell you, Trump supporters, the enemy within is more dangerous than the enemy you've been searching for, but you don't believe me. And this is why I said the state of Texas is going to continue to have and experience God's wrath until they come clean and get out of this demonic MAGA delusion that they are in. In one 48-hour period last week, Customs and Border Patrol's officers thwarted 3 separate attempts to smuggle fentanyl into the United States at the Paso del Norte border crossing in Texas. And get this, none were migrants, despite the narrative being peddled across MAGA world that the immigrants bring the deadly drug with them as they pour across the supposedly open border. All 3, a 20-year-old who had 37 pounds of it stashed in a spare tire, a 45-year-old who had 0.29 pounds in her, I can't even say it, nasty area, all right? It was in there, all right? And a 26-year-old who had 0.16 pounds similarly concealed in her, you know what. In fact, nearly 90% of those arrested for trafficking in fentanyl are Americans. Let me say that again. Nearly 90% of those arrested for trafficking in fentanyl are Americans. Roughly, listen, and you know, when I say this, if we were in a live on this app right now and I said this and there would have been other people in the box, you'd hear a whole bunch of yelling because that's what the truth does. It shocks them. These folks are in shock when you hit them with the truth. They on some stop, drop, and roll right now. Zeus, it's too hot. Get the fire off of me. No, I'm not cooling off. I want you all to understand why I see you all as the biggest threat to this country. We got Don Jr. posting misogynistic, racist stuff. And we got you bringing in the drugs. And we got you on tape trying to overthrow the Capitol. This is why I say, if you want America to really be great, I truly believe you got to deport MAGA. All right, roughly the same percentage of interceptions at the legal crossing points such as Paso del Norte. Virtually none of the asylum seekers detained at the border are found with the drug. Let me say this again for those of you in the back. Virtually none of the asylum seekers detained at the border are found with the drug. This is what I'm talking about. It's really at a point right now when I go in and have conversations with my supposed friends on the right about this. You know what I do? I just flat out ignore them. Don't ask me another question. Read. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. I don't got much time left. Join me once again in giving Donald Trump and his supporters what they rightfully deserve, because they are the ones bringing the fentanyl in the country. We gave them a solution to solve the border crisis. Oh, no, don't you do that. Why? Oh, because you'll stop us from bringing in the drug. Oh, okay. So what's all that hoorahing about in Congress? Oh, that's just to make y'all think it's someone else, but we know it's really us. So we got them on tape once again, ladies and gentlemen. And they try to say it's the migrants bringing, but all the migrants that they say they've been bringing in, especially the ones with asylum, they're not bringing this stuff in. And by the way, who's taking this stuff? Okay, one thing is to get it in here. But who's actually taking this stuff? And once again, we know who it is. MAGA. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving them what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame. Gotcha. A bunch of junkies. You're a bunch of junkies. I get it. That explains the delusions, right? That explains that you're getting loaded on this stuff, and then you're getting triggered on TikTok. Oh, the government do it. Well, they take this stuff. That's probably why they think Taylor Swift and President Biden rigged the Super Bowl. Loaded on this stuff. You can't make this stuff up, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're rounding the corner. All right, and so before we get up out of here, you know what we got to do? One more topic. All right, here we go. Newly released video appears to show Trump supporter firing a pew-pew during the January 6th riot. Now, this is, to me, a great cause for concern. I can't even go that deep into this, but according to a report from NBC News, a January 6th rioter who had climbed up on scaffolding above the mob was filmed brandishing a handgun and appearing to fire it in the air. The report notes that the shooter, identified as John Emmanuel Bonelos, had previously told investigators he was present at the Capitol and boasted that he had fired a weapon, telling them, "I am the one in the video with the pew pew right here," before adding, "Man, should I just tell the FBI to come get me or what?" According to the new report, videos and photographs from the Capitol on January 6th showed him with what appears to be a pew pew in his waistband, before adding, "Now footage released by another January 6th rioter appears to show him firing the pew pew into the air twice during the chaotic scene on the west side of the Capitol as rioters battled with police." You cannot make this stuff up, folks. You cannot make this stuff up. So now, not only did you bring, the gallows, right? They brought the gallows, but they actually brought a pew pew. Why would you bring that to the Capitol? And you can't say Trump didn't know, because when they told Trump these folks are armed, Trump says, "That's all right. They're not there to hurt me. They're there to hurt everyone." Okay. So now we got more evidence of just how dangerous you Trump supporters are. We got more evidence to prove that you were really there to try to overthrow the government. So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, with these seditionists, treasonous traitors. And they were armed. Don't ever bring up BLM or Antifa to Zeus. I don't want to hear it. You all went to the Capitol on January 6th to go to a Stop the Steal rally organized by your leader, Donald J. Trump, your cult leader. All right? And you engaged in violence, and it's unforgivable as far as I'm concerned. It's the greatest act of treason in my lifetime in these United States. Ladies and gentlemen, join me once again in giving this nasty insurrectionist what he deserves. Another round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
Silence, you MAGA demons. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap the first part of the show up. And you know what this is? We're gonna cover someone who's been arrested in relation to their conduct on January 6th. And I know this part of the show makes a lot of people feel very uncomfortable, but you know what? The show must go on. Like I said at the top of the show.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
If you're not happy in this live right now, just leave. I'm not taking feedback. I'm not asking you for your feedback. None. Just keep it to yourself and quit putting FJB and Trump 2024 in my chat. All right. And listen up. You just might learn something, you traitors. All right. Whose capital? Thank you, Miss Morningstar, my sister. Our capital. Clad in camouflage, gay adult film actor and Proud Boys goes to prison for playing a leading role in escalating January 6th riot. See, when he goes, whose capital? Our capital? See, that's some of that kinky stuff. You know what I'm talking about. He's getting off in a weird, strange way, ain't he? Whose capital? Our cap. You can't make this stuff up, folks. These Trump supporters, I tell you, they some oversexed individuals. They get off on the nastiest stuff I've seen. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Florida man, Stephen Miles. This guy's name is Stephen Miles. Oh, right. A gay adult film actor and member of the Proud Boys is going to prison for breaching the United States Capitol perimeter and confronting officers while wearing his dearest camouflage jacket and jungle camouflage pants during the riot on January 6th. Federal authority says he played a leading role in escalating the riots that fateful day. Stephen Miles, who's 40 years dumb. He's 40 years dumb, all right? Whose film persona is Sergeant Miles. That's the role. That's what he plays when he's in his little nasty film. Sergeant Miles. Wow. Was sentenced to 24 months in prison, which he's happy there, right? He's happy in prison. This is home to him. He couldn't wait to get there, all right? In 12 months of supervised release and ordered to pay $2,000 in restitution. He gonna make that $2,000 and some while he in prison. He will. Don't worry. Miles pled guilty in October to felony charges of assaulting, resisting, and impeding certain law enforcement officers. Oh yeah, he's one of them that was going, take me to jail. I don't mind. Just put me in there with your biggest boy. This is how he was. All right. According to the court documents, Miles traveled from his home near Tampa to Washington, D.C. to contest the 2020 presidential election. He and other members of the Proud Boys left the rally site long before the speeches began. So he wanted to be there first. Wow. Walked right to the west front of the Capitol and played a leading role in escalating the riot, authorities said. As the Proud Boys marched to the Capitol, they chanted, USA, where's Antifa? And whose capital? Our capital. This is what they was doing. The whole time he was getting excited, right? All right, the confrontation between the mob and the police escalated into a fight. Miles shoved and tried to punch an officer to break through the line. When the rioters breached a police line at another point, Miles rushed to take advantage, authorities said. He was caught on closed-circuit television, driving a wooden plank through a window of the Senate wing door. Wow. This guy right here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look, there he is with his jungle camos on. Miles. Doesn't Miles look happy, ladies and gentlemen? Come on. He was waiting for this. All right. Inside, Miles turned towards the Senate where he ran into police officers who directed him outside. All right. And on the day in question, a brown-bearded Miles arrived at the Capitol sporting a red Make America Great Again baseball hat, navy gloves, camouflage pants, a backpack, tan boots, and a tan camouflage jacket with a patch bearing his surname on his sleeves. So he clearly wanted to be caught, right? In other photos, he wears a black shirt reading, Trump 2020, F your feelings. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Since Miles wanted to be a hero, all right, he was sentenced to 24 months in prison. You know what we got to do. Join me in giving this Proud Boy traitor, what he deserves. Even though I know he's going to enjoy being in prison for 24 months, let's do it anyway. A round of what? Booze and shame. And because he's been sentenced, let's send him off the old-fashioned way.
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
You hear that? You will pay. You heard that, Miles? Sergeant Miles? Add that to your archives of nasty footage you've been compiling. Listen, I don't kink shame. If you're into whatever you're into, that's one thing. But just be straight up and honest about it. You don't have to do all of that, Miles, to get some time in prison. You could do other crimes out there, but I get it. You wanted to be with your friends, the Proud Boys, while it all happened, and you're hoping that perhaps Donald Trump will show up in prison, all right, and visit you. This is sick, ladies and gentlemen. These folks have sold their souls to Donald Trump and became vassals of transgression. All right? Think about it. They wake up every day and listen to a man that puts a bird's nest on his head. He paints himself orange, puts on a diaper, gets onto his social media platform, and starts giving them orders. He tells them to go to Washington, D.C. Yes, sir. He thinks he's Jefferson Davis, right? He thinks he's the new Jefferson Davis, the upgraded Jefferson Davis, right? Yes, sir, I'll be there. What is it? We're going to go stop the steal. Okay. So, well, sir, can you help us get the weapons? You know, Jefferson Davis helped get the weapons for his soldiers. Could you do it? Oh, no, I'm not paying for your weapons now. You're going to have to pay for that yourself. Well, I don't have any money. Well, do you have a 401k? Yeah. Do you have a savings? Yeah. Well, use that. And these folks really did. They used their 401ks, their savings, they split their families in half, and they went to Washington, D.C. to support this guy in his effort to try to stop the certification of President Biden's victory of 2020. And he told them to go march to the Capitol, and I'll be right there with you, he said. And he never showed up. He never showed up. But look who did. All of his fanboys, all of his fangirls. Y'all aren't that brilliant. Do you understand this? You're not that intelligent. And you all will sit there and try to act like it's a surprise that you got caught. One of the things I can't understand, ladies and gentlemen, is this. If you knew the FBI was there, right? They say Ray Epps was feds. If you knew the FBI was there, why the hell did you continue to break the law in front of them? How did you think that was going to end? These folks aren't thinking. All right, and so that's why I say I don't allow you Trump supporters to be victims around me. Never have, never will. As far as I'm concerned, until you repent and denounce the MAGA demon, you deserve everything you get. Listen, I have no problem sending you Trump supporters to jail or hell. I have no problem. I sleep good at night, all right? And there's a pit stop in between, all right? It's called Chapter 11, all right? All right, now before I open up the boxes, I do want to cover this one last topic, all right? And then, all right, and this is serious, all right? Mitch McConnell, has released a statement, and I would encourage all of you to go read it, all right? And this is in response to the crisis that's going on abroad, all right? We're talking about funding to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. I think, I do not align with Mitch McConnell at all. But playtime's over, all right? And it's really time for you Trump supporters to pay attention and understand what's at stake, all right? And basically, this article goes on to say, we haven't equipped the brave people in Ukraine, Israel, or Taiwan with lethal capabilities in order to win philanthropic accolades. We're not urgently strengthening defense in the Indo-Pacific because it feels good. We don't wield American strength frivolously. We do it because it is in our own interest. We equip our friends to face our shared adversaries so we're less likely to have to spend American lives to defeat them. Now, if you get a chance, please go and check it out. All right? Because I want you folks to understand what's really going on in this country. A lot of you are sitting at home in your house and you don't got any cares in the world. You don't got to worry about a foreign country coming to invade you at all. And in your privilege, you sit out here and moan and groan and complain about President Biden. You all should be ashamed of yourselves. All right? And it's something else when Mitch McConnell has to align with President Biden. That should tell you how serious this is. If you don't like America, like I've been saying, just leave this country. And I say that to MAGA and to that communist friend of mine who I heard some very nasty things coming from. I'm not a Democrat, Zeus. I'm a leftist. I'm a communist. What? Do you understand what a communist is? I mean, be whatever you want to be. But don't get out here on social media and start talking about what do you call? They call them GI. What do they call them? Genocide Joe. Your hands are just as dirty if you want to play that game. Read your history. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm opening up the boxes because I can't be on this platform all day playing around, right? Let's open up those boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil, all right? You know how this is. You get 3 minutes, all right? And I expect you to be on your best behavior. If you want to get in the box and start over talking Zeus and yelling, you go do that somewhere else when I venture outside of the kingdom, all right? Hold on. Here we go, TikTok. You're playing the... Oh, here we go. Oh, yes, it's finally opening. All right, there you go. All right. All right, the box is now open, ladies and gentlemen. And enter at your own risk. All right. Playtime is over, and we're getting full swing into the election cycle. If you want to come in and you want to tell Zeus, I got something wrong, by all means, you know the rules. Cite your source, or just come in and present the evidence, all right? And be prepared to defend your position. Other than that, keep it to yourself. All right, let's bring up our first panelist. All right. Oh my God. Elaine, wow, Shady, long time no see. How are you doing?
Good morning, Zeus. I am doing fantastic after last night.
Oh, okay. All right. You're talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. Thank you for the gift.
Yes. Taylor brought it home for us last night. Taylor, she did what she was supposed to do. She made the MAGAs just erupt in tears. Like we
Bingo.
filled up 5-gallon tanks on that. Like,
Oh, really?
it was just glorious watching all the posts crying. The
Were they
tears were
crying?
magnificent. Oh my gosh. It was a psyop and it was rigged. And oh my gosh, the people melting down. It's just delicious. Like the level of crazy out there right now is just like,
Yeah.
who would have thought?
I mean, they were really rooting for San Francisco, and I said, well, that doesn't make sense, right? Why would they vote for a team that Nancy Pelosi's backing? Right?
Exactly.
They're doomed to begin with, to be quite honest.
They're so mad that, Taylor slammed a beer and it's, oh my God, she should not be a role model. She slammed a beer on TV. Oh my, this woman is over 30 years old. She could do what she wants at the Super Bowl.
Bingo.
Y'all need to find some more business. And then what kills me as we talk about our fake Christian friends is that commercial that came out with everybody washing each other's feet. It was like a commercial about basically loving thy neighbor.
Oh, really? I didn't see that one.
And MAGA lost their minds.
Why?
Oh, because the last picture was a gay man and somebody was washing his feet. And then one was somebody that was in front of a smortion clinic and they were getting their feet washed.
What's wrong with that?
Another one was a migrant. Somebody was washing the migrant's feet.
Oh.
And they just lost their ever-loving mind over this commercial. And that's not what Jesus did.
Oh.
Jesus only washed his apostles' feet, and he would never be okay with gay people and the migrants. And oh my God, it was just a total meltdown.
It's the fake outrage, right?
It's a fake outrage for me. It's a fake Christians for me. Yeah. They just totally missed the point. Like it actually had a good meaning to it. Not my thing, but I mean, if you watched it, what they were trying to say, and it lit them up.
Good.
It lit MAGA up. Like they were just posting, I can't believe this. This is what we're doing. Oh my gosh.
So now they mad at Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Hypocrites.
They mad at Jesus now. Now they mad at Swifties and Jesus. I mean,
wow. you see the mental gymnastics they put themselves in. They put themselves in a pretzel.
Yeah, I'm like, how y'all mad at Jesus and Taylor Swift? Like,
yeah.
I really think we have bigger things to worry about. Like, your orange Jesus basically saying, if you don't pay, I encourage Russia basically to do what they want to you. But we're not worried about that. We're worried about Taylor Swift and a Jesus commercial.
Wow.
That's what we're worrying about.
Yeah. Yeah. And we know all of them ain't reading their Bibles. They probably ain't read their Bible at all.
Exactly.
for them to be this upset.
Exactly. It's just like y'all have way bigger things to worry about, and I'm gonna need you guys to get back on track.
Tell them.
And figure out where your priorities lie.
Tell them.
Because yeah, be mad at Taylor and Jesus, it just ain't it. It's a bad look. Bad look
Bingo.
all around, MAGA. But anyways, have a great Monday, Zeus. Thanks for letting me out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Shady Lane. No lies detected. Let's go. She's a bad Alabama. Yeah. So now we got MAGA mad at Jesus. Joel Osteen, you were right. God is in control, and God's talking to the nation right now. MAGA, repent ASAP. Stay out of these lies with these false prophets, these false teachers, these fake TikTok hosts. All right? Speaking of fake TikTok hosts, this MAGA demon right here. Yeah, what's going on, Snuggles?
Blessings to you, brother. How are you?
I'm all right.
You look exhausted. You look tired, like you're losing.
Yeah, is that what you think?
Yeah, because you guys keep calling us megas like we're scared, we're overreacting. The people that are overreacting are the people that are talking in your live.
Like
They're
how?
overreacting.
Give me an
It's like you're
example.
scared of us.
Give me an example.
Because your cases are falling apart. Jack Smith is lost. Fanny's lost. You guys are losing your cases by the day.
Okay.
I mean, what's going on, bro?
So let me ask you this question, Snuggles.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The special counsel's report came out about Biden and the way those classified documents were handled. You're familiar with that, correct?
Right. They were handled horribly.
Okay. How many charges came out of that?
Well, they're in the pockets of the DOJ. 0 charges. Yeah, because
You're right. All right.
the
And
mob,
what about-
you know when the mob got away with shit.
No, listen, you're cursing right now. Snuggles.
Oh,
Listen. You know how this goes.
Right,
Wait a second.
right.
Hold on.
Right, bro. Right.
There you go.
Yes, when the mob got away with their crimes, they were in the pockets of the DOJ, the police, the authorities, and everything, just like Biden and Hillary Clinton, with
Yeah.
their classified documents and their mobile phones they destroyed, and all that software that had highly classified information.
But what does that change?
Right, it doesn't change anything. It just shows us. What it did is it exposed you. You're exposed, bro.
So you telling me
It means
Trump
you
still,
can
wait
rob a
second.
bank, bro, and get away with it.
So you're telling me Trump still has 91 felony
No, I'm
charges?
telling you that you guys got away with crimes. That's what I'm telling you. With.
Okay, but you said it doesn't change
And Trump's
anything.
innocent right now. Is he? Trump's innocent.
But
What are you talking about?
Snuggles, listen. You only got a minute left, and you're gonna
Yeah.
blow it. All right. How many charges does Trump still have left?
He has 0 charges right now until he goes through court.
No.
Thank you, Democrats. Get.
No. I can't have liars being in there.
Struggle bubbles, struggle pancakes, struggle honey buns, struggle in the way. Yeah, he's a struggler.
He's a struggler, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, see right there, that's a MAGA demon. I gave him a lot of time, right? And he got a couple of things right. He said nothing's going to change. I was quite impressed, right? I said, how many charges came out of that little document Robert Hur wrote about Biden? Oh, 0. And he was doing so good until we got to that last part where he had to spread that lie. So, Snuggles, I hate to tell you this. Well, actually, no, I don't hate to tell you. You're flat out wrong. If you want to hear the truth and nothing but the truth, don't listen to Snuggles. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? If you want to hear the truth and nothing but the truth, do not listen to Snuggles, all right? All right, let's bring up another guest, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Where did he go? I thought I saw someone there, all right? Let's bring up, who is this? Who do we have here? Hero, greetings.
Zeus, I've been following you for a while, my man. Hey, but I got to get this question, man. For all this
Wait a minute, your signal's not that strong for some strange reason.
How about now? Is it strong?
All right, I think I can hear you. All right, so this is our first time doing business, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, you know how this part of the show goes, right? I got to do this to make sure folks know where you stand on issues of utmost importance in the kingdom. All right. First question. Do you think President Biden stole the 2020 election?
No.
Let's go! Thank you. Next question. Who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
The maggots.
Oh! The maggots. I like that. All right, last and final question. Do you think President Biden or Hillary Clinton are guilty of any crimes?
0.
One last question. This is something I've been thinking about. Do you think President Biden rigged the Super Bowl? Listen, I can't confirm or deny that one. All right, I'm kidding. All right.
Oh man, hey, that's pretty good, man. But I gotta ask you this.
Talk to me.
Yeah. Tucker Carlson, right?
Yeah.
Dude. Was he, dude? Man, I'm just trying to figure this out, man.
All right, get it out.
All the national journalists, and I don't consider him one. All these prominent German journalists, man, that went over there, and Barbara Walters being one. She didn't sit up there like a little child in a sandbox with a thumb in her mouth, or what I say, with his thumb in his ass. And
That's close.
sorry, but my thing is this, man. When do we be apologists for communist countries, man? We're Americans. We're Americans. We don't do Russians. I know when I studied communism in high school, bro, that was the enemy. So I'm trying to figure out where all the hillbillies all of a sudden now we against communists. Well, what happened to that? All of a sudden now Donald Trump says that Putin is some great man, but all of a sudden now they get in line with that bullshit.
Oh, wait, now keep it clean now. We got to keep it clean, brother. All right, but keep going. Now I got to give it to you. Keep going. But you're right.
Yeah, so
He right.
do you agree with it? So do you? I mean, what do you think about that silliness, man, that went on with that interview, dude? He should have never gone. Matter of fact, they should have kept it. They should have kept him. They should have kept him. Putin could have. They should have kept him.
Well, I mean,
that's just my thing. He should have never been allowed to come back.
yeah, I 100% agree with everything that you said. I believe that Tucker Carlson is exactly what Hillary Clinton said, a useful idiot. Putin used him to get his propaganda out. That was it. That's how I felt about it.
And thank you, bro. Because I'm just wondering, is there any more sane people in America? They talk about they supposed to be patriots and they're Americans, but yet and still you want to sympathize with Putin, a dictator. And
Get
then,
him.
And then we got an idiot that wants to be a dictator that's over here. Send him. My thing is this, man. Send him over there with them.
Bingo.
Dude, he does not need to sit in a president's seat, and he's going to be apologist because what you got to be sinister to want to say, okay, we just going to let Russia take over. And we've been, this is nothing new. We have always supported our allies. That's what America does.
Let's go.
Kicking that damn border, that border issue down the road. If you want to do away with that border issue, which is not an issue, then they would pass the bill. That was one of the greatest bills that they ever was going to get.
Yep.
It was bipartisan. So and because and one thing, and this is for all the Trumplicans.
Right.
Understand what government is about. Go educate yourself. You never go. It's called negotiation. You're never going to get all the things you want. It's called compromise.
Yep.
Educate yourself on it.
Bingo. No lies
And so
detected.
I'm tired of hearing about the border, because that's to keep. Because if they wanted to do so, my thing is, okay, if they want to do something about the border, why? How come Trump didn't do something about it? How come he didn't? How come? Oh, Mexico gonna pay for the wall? Have you seen? Have you seen any money come across for that wall?
Not at all. And I'm
they
not
need
here
to-
lying. This is facts.
Huh? So
This is facts.
go educate yourself. They got something called last time as a child, Schoolhouse Rock. Please go and sit in. Go. It would take a little time. Go and Google it and kind of educate yourself.
Bingo.
Yeah. And so that's all I got to say, Zeus. Bro, I appreciate you, man, young man. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right.
And I love you. The reason
Love you
I
too,
love
bro.
because I was born in 1959, bro. So I appreciate all what you young folks are doing, man.
Thank you.
And the bottom line, we're gonna get out and vote blue until we get it right.
Bingo.
It ain't gonna be Donald Trump. It ain't
Thank
gonna
you.
be Donald Trump. I don't care. He catching some of them charges. I don't care what they say. Hey, I'm like Jesse Jackson. They better keep hope alive because it ain't coming.
Hey. All right.
Brother, I'm out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Hero No Lies Detected. Wow. See, that was a nice jolt of truth right there for you MAGA demons. And you, Hero, I want you to understand, you didn't ruin a lot of folks' breakfast this morning. All right. They was hungry. All right. Right, Lisa? Thank you, Lisa. They was hungry. You fed them. You fed them something they wasn't expecting. All right. Now they got to work. They got to go back to work. They got to walk around all day today going, I can't believe Hero just came in there and exposed our hand. All right. But that's how this works, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move it along. All right. Good morning, the beautiful Shay. Hey. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm walking. So
Oh, good. I'm glad you're back on the good foot.
I'm
Yeah.
getting there. It's hard. It hurts, but it's getting better. It's getting stronger every day. So I'm just
Good.
working through that.
I love it.
So, there's so much to talk about. So it's Monday, so I thought I'd do a little Black history again, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, so one of the many outrages that happened at the Super Bowl yesterday was the playing of the Black national anthem. Okay, so like even Carrie Lake, there's a picture of her sitting through that, and I would never do that. So there's a lot of outrage about, there's only one national anthem, there's not two, all this kind of stuff, right? And and what's really, really sad is even though it's called the Black National Anthem, that's not necessarily how anybody else refers to it. That's just what happened is that this is the original song. It's Lift Every Voice and Sing, right?
Right.
And that's really what the name of it is. But the reason that there are proponents for having either fixing the lyrics to the national anthem to include everyone. So when we look at the lyrics of the actual national anthem, right? It was written in 1814 by Francis Scott Key, right? Who was a slave owner and an anti-abolitionist. He wrote it after the battle and the attack of Fort Henry, right? And the description of, and so this is my thing, when people get upset about trying to change history, one of the things that you've got to understand, let me pull this up just a little bit so people kind of understand this.
It's so funny. MAGA is triggered about everything. It's just
Everything. Any sort of change, any sort of anything. So this is the flag that's in the Smithsonian that flew over Fort Henry that he talked about. This is the Star-Spangled Banner. Now, I want to ask you a question. Is this the exact same flag that we have today?
MAGA, is it? MAGA? Is this the same flag we have today?
Does this still represent our country? Is this our flag today? No, exactly.
You got it wrong, MAGA. Sheesh.
So here's the thing. History changes, right? So this was our flag. It only had 15 stars and 15 stripes at the time. Now that's kind of weird, right? Because doesn't it have 13 stripes now and 50 stars? Okay.
Yeah.
So history changes, guys. This isn't even our flag that anthem was written about, right? And if you will go and read, even though we don't sing it, we only sing the first verse in the national anthem and the Star Spangled Banner. But in the third verse, okay, the reason there's an issue with it is in the third verse. Let's see, I'll pull that up real quick. I got it on my thing here. In the third verse, it covers what it says is, it's a home and country that should leave us no more. Their blood was washed out of their foul footsteps, pollution. No refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight and the gloom of the grave. Then in the fourth verse, it goes on to say, oh, thus it be ever when freemen shall stand between their loved homes and war's dissolution. So what you need to understand is that the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, was for freemen only. Okay?
Tell them, Shay.
That is the issue with the actual national anthem. And the other thing is you need to understand it, even though it was written in 1814 and all of that, it wasn't even put in as our national anthem till March 3rd of 1931. President Hoover was the one that signed it in to be used as our national anthem. When was Lift Every Voice and Sing, i.e. the Black National Anthem, written and acknowledged? In 1900. So actually, Lift Every Voice and Sing, which was written in honor of Abraham Lincoln's birthday, right?
Wow.
Was a way to lift the voices of the South and fight against segregation. It is a unifying song. It's a better song than this one because it includes every single citizen of the United States.
Wow.
That is why there are proponents to the Black National Anthem or Lift Every Voice and Sing over the actual national anthem, but it does not include every single citizen of the United States. It only covers freemen. So I don't know about you guys. We could either go in and make sure that that is changed to include every single citizen of the United States, as it should, right?
Yep.
We could update it. It's okay to do these things. If your flag can change from the time that that was written in 1814, I think the words and the lyrics could change as well. I don't think that would hurt you.
Right.
It doesn't mean that we cannot be patriotic. It does not mean any of that. But doesn't it mean as a patriot that every single person should be included in the national anthem?
It does. It does.
Right?
As far as I'm concerned, if you believe in the American so-called dream, it does.
Absolutely. And so that is the point. So stop being butthurt. Stand for the Black National Anthem if you absolutely believe that all citizens in this country are free and equal.
I agree.
If you're not a racist, then why are you upset with Lift Every Voice and Sing?
Tell them, Shay.
Isn't that really what
it is? Yeah. Now,
right,
Shay,
so
I just want to say this before you leave, Shay.
Yeah.
For clickbait out there, you just got a free lecture in history from a historian. So I expect you to never, ever go around and say disparaging things again about my good friend Shay. Trash bait. You should be paying, MAGA, you should be paying for this education you're getting. Wow. Thank you, Shay.
Y'all can hit me up with some stuff. I don't care now.
They should, because otherwise they would remain in ignorance. They would remain in darkness.
Right.
So thank you, Shay. Yeah.
You're so welcome. Yes. Right. So stop being butthurt over everything. My Lord. Lift Every Voice and Sing. Let's do it. Love you guys so much. Have a wonderful day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Shay a round of applause. One of the bad mamma jammers in the kingdom. Just as fine as she can be. Yeah! See what we don't, even though people try to say, Zeus, your platform is full of hate, and it's not. It's all love here. Right, and we try, and we're very inclusive. This is probably one of the most inclusive spaces on the platform because I welcome disagreements. All right, I don't welcome the negative and the divisiveness but I understand that comes with it to a certain degree. But what we're really doing is we're making sure that the truth gets out there so that those who care can hear it. We really are changing the hearts and minds of Americans all across this country, just simply because we love our democracy and we are standing for the truth. All right, now let's bring up our next panelist. Oh my goodness, Brother Swerve! Oh my God. Here you go. Now you had me cracking up last night, Swerve. You did.
Well, I'm
Okay.
glad I could bring a smile to your face.
Thank you, brother. I
But
appreciate it.
so let me say, here we are on another Monday,
Yeah.
another fun day, well past the last Sunday. And my friend, once again, we win. Because they still following their boss, and they
Yeah.
all just lost in the sauce.
Hey, man, let's go.
And they are starting to face their fears while we put out our rain collecting buckets and gather all their tears. Now, Zeus, listen.
No lies detected.
Zeus, listen.
Uh-huh.
These people are so butthurt, like Shay was just saying.
Yeah.
They so butthurt over every little thing. They cry victim over every little thing. Oh my God, I can't believe it rained.
Yeah.
I'm such a victim. They cry victim over every little thing.
Yeah.
Yet Donald Trump keeps going on television and making these asinine comments. Like he's sitting there now disparaging Nikki Haley's husband. Talking about, where's he at? He's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. No, he's serving his country right now in the Horn of Africa. On special operations missions with the reserve unit that he's attached to,
Right.
Major Haley. And even though I can't stand Nikki Haley, I will give her husband all due props for being over there where he's at right now.
Yeah.
I
Did
will
you see
give
his
him all the-
response?
Who, Trump's response?
Did you see Nikki Haley's husband's response?
No, I didn't. No, I
Let me
did
see.
not.
You can keep going. Let me see if I can find it.
I didn't
all right?
even know he had responded to that garbage.
Yeah, he did. He did. This is what he said. He put it on Twitter. He said, the difference between humans and animals. Animals would never allow the dumbest ones to lead the pack.
That's right. And you know, there. I can't remember what movie it was, but the dude said, "I don't know what's worse, them." Oh, it was Congo. She said, "I don't know what's." Oh no, aliens. Ripley told that dude that tried to smuggle them aliens back inside her. She said, "You know what, Burke? I don't know what's worse, them or us. You don't see them trying to screw each other over for a percentage."
Nope.
And Nikki Haley's husband was right on point. Because they do have the dumbest leader of the pack. They know damn well that her husband is over in the Horn of Africa right now. One of the hottest places on earth, probably in full uniform doing his job. While Donald Trump is doing what? Running around the country, grifting off people, begging for money. I just stepped off my multi-million-dollar plane. I'm a billionaire, but send me your money. And these dummies send it to him. People like Lent Date. You know he's sending them that money while he's cleaning out somebody's boat right now.
You said trash bait?
Lint bait,
Oh.
lint babe, triggity diggity, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
You know he cleaning out somebody's boat right now, and I know Keisha gonna come up and get him again.
On his knees, probably.
And he's a sadist, dude. He's like the dentist in Little Shop of Horrors. He just asks for it, then when he gets it, he'll just sit there and take it. He's a sadist, man.
Yeah.
So anywho, my friend, listen, I heard my bell. Maggie,
All right.
y'all keep crying because we are loving these tears. Like you said, 0 charges came out of that report, and Donald Trump still has 91. So
Yep.
if we check the scoreboard, Donald Trump 91, Joe Biden 0,
Yep.
Hunter Biden possibly 1, maybe, if they can prove anything.
Yeah. No
And
lies
Donald,
detected.
while Donald Trump is out there putting up the Steph Curry numbers of felony charges. Let's be real.
Right?
You be good, brother. You be safe. To the folks in the kingdom, y'all be good. Y'all be safe. And doggone it, have fun while you're doing it, please.
All right. All right.
I'll see you,
my
brother.
Good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know who it is. Our good friend, Brother Swerve. And all right, you know what? He's one of the bad boys in the kingdom. Let's give him his round of applause. Thank you, Brother Swerve. Yeah, Swerve is one of the bad boys in the kingdom. A lot of people, they try to do insults and personal attacks, or they try to do bad things to Zeus, and we got these bad mamma jammas, and we got these bad boys in the kingdom, right? And they can take care of the light work for Zeus, all right? So MAGA, if I were you, I'd sit my special behind down and listen to this special broadcast, all right? Because you're not teaching us a thing. This is what I call a show of force. Oh my goodness, Nutty, welcome.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, how's it going, my good friend? Everything okay?
I should be asking you that. So
What? Yeah. It's Monday, Black History Month, and we should just, be focusing on saving our democracy, Nutty. You know how this goes. No bad blood, right?
sure. Okay. So I just want to piggyback off of Shay.
All right.
So I wasn't even going to come up because I was just enjoying just listening today. But
Fair enough.
the reason why there's a problem with Lift Every Voice is because people are calling it the Black, that's number one, and then national anthem. So that's what's tripping them out, because I promise you, those who have an issue with it, they've never stopped to listen to the lyrics, nor have they gone to Google the lyrics so they can see the lyrics.
Right.
But the song is about love for the country and each other.
Now, Negro. Yeah.
So
But they don't got love for the country or each other. Don't you know that?
because this, to be truthful, it
Right.
should be our national anthem, because it's much better than the Star Spangled Banner,
Right.
because it's about love for country and each other as a
Right.
whole, as a collective. The Star Spangled Banner is for white free men, period. So they don't, they just,
I
it
don't believe
triggers
that
them.
Vegas girl. I don't believe that Vegas girl.
It triggers them that there's something out there that's celebrating our blackness, celebrating our story, celebrating
Wait.
that.
Nutty, somebody said, don't tell people what they love and don't love. Speak for yourself.
Okay, so come up in the box and dispute me. Tell me why you're so triggered by Lift Every Voice. Tell me why you're so triggered that when anyone ever celebrate black love or blackness, y'all want to get your panties in a bundle and have conniption fits. Tell me, why is that? Because the history of the song is a rallying cry.
Yeah.
It's a pledge of unity. And it's people fighting together for equality and justice.
Yeah.
That is the crux of the song. And it's, honestly, it's a hymn. It's a prayer of thanksgiving to God, as well as a prayer for faithfulness. The message behind the song is so uplifting that you all are so ignorant that you don't even want to open your minds to understand the song. That's why we have so many issues in this country, because you refuse to open your minds.
Open your mind, doozy. Open your minds,
You refuse
MAGA.
to open your mind.
Snuggles.
So you can keep your comments to yourselves, because I will not engage with ignorance. But I do want to ask one question, Zeus.
Don't go there, Nutty.
Every single time you let Snuggles in the box, and he ignores my comments now. I'm
Oh.
like, bro, why do you keep gifting yourself?
Oh,
Why
Snuggles
do you
keeps
keep?
gifting himself.
I'm like, why do you keep gifting yourself, Snuggles?
He learned that from Trump University. He trying to inflate his numbers and his value, right? That's how that
It,
works.
it so I absolutely believe that's exactly what it is, because if people see gifts coming his way, they'll start gifting him.
It didn't
So
work. It doesn't work like that over here, Snuggles.
yeah, it didn't
He
work.
does this other trick, right? Nobody watches his videos on his platform, right? So you know what he does? He'll invite people into his lives, and he'll get about 30 people in there. And, that's pretty high, right? Then he'll turn around and
Yeah.
go, "Now watch my video," and he'll hit play on it on his computer. But he thinks that the 30 people in there counts as 30 views when he hits play. Can you believe it?
Well, we all know that they're not the brightest. They're not the brightest bulb in the class.
I
So with
know.
that being said, with that being said, man, um, you go cry your San Francisco tears.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
No, no, wait, hold on.
Jesus Christ. See, this
Hold
is
on.
that stuff. This is that
Even though
stuff.
no, hold on. Even though I'm in Kansas City, everyone knows that I absolutely abhor the Kansas City Chiefs. So I was all for San Francisco last night. So they just choked. Like they just choked. So have a great day, my friend.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it to Nutty Professor. One of the bad boys in the kingdom. I'm gonna let him live on that one.
What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had that treat.
All right, Nutty, thank you so much. All right, oh my goodness, where did the time go, ladies and gentlemen? All right, I thought I saw you in here, Miss Boss Diva, but okay. I guess you are, you must be busy at work. All right, my partner in crime. All right, greetings. Who do we have here? ETH. How do you say that?
Ethan.
Ethan. Good morning, Ethan. How are you doing, my friend?
Good.
All right, this is our first time doing business, correct?
Yeah, it is.
All right, well, you know how this goes. I got to ask you some questions, and how you answer them determines your fate in the kingdom, all right? And then I'll give you your 3 minutes.
Okay.
First question, do you think President Biden stole the 2020 election?
I guess, yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
Uh-oh.
I think 81 million is a lot of votes.
Okay. You didn't quite get that one, Ethan, all right? All right. Now, next question. Who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
Yeah, well, nobody was charged with insurrection.
You're striking out, Ethan. Maybe this last one can help. All right, let me ask you a question. Who would you? How do I want to say this? Do you think President Biden or Hillary Clinton are guilty of any crimes?
Well,
That,
over $50 million in wire transfers.
All right. You didn't get any of those questions right. So I'm just curious. What is it that you want to let or share with us? All right, you got 3 minutes. All right, please try to be as honest as possible.
So my question to the mega supporters: what are the 3 biggest threats to America? And usually I hear Trump, mega, Republicans, but I think it's more things like an EMP. The military is preparing for a blackout. They're doing blackout exercises, but I think the global elite is a big part of it. I think pandemics should be a big threat. I think
You're
war.
asking Trump supporters this question.
Yeah. So say in the
Wow.
comments.
What about your political stance? What side of the aisle do you fall on?
I'm a Republican.
Oh, so you're a real Republican. You're not MAGA.
Yeah, well, not necessarily. I don't even know really what it takes to be MAGA.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Did you vote for him in 2016?
No,
Did you vote for Biden?
no.
Oh, so who are you voting for in this next election?
If it's between Trump and Biden, I'd say Trump, but I'd prefer RFK.
Okay. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. And so, why do you prefer Trump? I'm just curious because don't you understand the kind of leader he is? I mean, I'm just wondering if you truly care about the country.
Yeah, like I said, I think the biggest threat is the global elite, and Trump took us out of the World Health Organization. Biden put us back in. I think Trump has made a kind of he's declared war on the global elite.
But don't you understand that Trump is as you say he isn't? I mean, to me, it's one of those things where I go, well, you know what? If you don't think this country is really that good, why be in it? What country on this planet do you think fits the model you're striving to be a part of? Which country?
Um, yeah, I like America.
No, why? Why? It's too much over here, right? This global elite. You got the World Health Organization, the Iran nuclear deal. We got climate issues going on. Why be in the United States? Why not like Russia? Because you know Trump basically cozies up to these folks, right? He cozies up to Vladimir Putin. He cozies up to President Xi. He cozies up to Kim Jong Un, the global elites.
Yeah, I mean, I think they share the same enemy. I think
Well, who's the
Vladimir,
enemy?
the global elite.
Who? When you say the global elite, name three names in the global elite.
The World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, and Bill Gates.
Oh, okay. So they are the global elite. What
Yeah,
about Elon Musk?
or Larry Fink, I think
What
would be a
about
better
Elon?
name.
Is Elon part of the global elite in your world?
I think what he did with the Twitter files says a lot. I think he isn't for censoring people's.
Ethan. I'm gonna end it by saying this. You sound like you mean well, but somewhere along the line in your research, you've kind of lost sight of what the focus should be, right? You said you love this country. You should really do a lot more to support this country and the democracy. And I think if you really cared, you would know that Donald Trump is basically trying to end democracy by being president and making himself a dictator, right? And so that to me kind of goes against what you saying you stand for.
So, I know Project 25, I don't agree with everything in Project
But
25, but it would take a constitutional amendment to pass it. I think it's a pipe dream.
okay, but Donald Trump doesn't care. You understand Mike Pence told us that Donald Trump asked him to put him above the Constitution? Do you understand this? Do you really think Donald Trump would get in the White House and follow the law? I mean, that's just something for you to think about, my good friend, all right? I got to move it on.
Thank you.
All right, but thank you for coming up. I hope you get it right, all right?
All right.
All
Have a
right.
good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, you have a lot of buzzing, but you know what, Ethan, I'm going to have to give it to you. You were brave enough to Donald Trump wants to be a dictator, Ethan, and you just heard his remarks this weekend where he disparaged our troops, talking about Nikki Haley's husband. He said he would let Russia do whatever they want to NATO. Is that somebody you think is fit to be the president of the United States, the country you say you love? I don't think so. All right, you saw how and you want him to get out of the World Health Organization. You saw how Donald Trump mismanaged the pandemic. You saw that, right? The country was on its knees. You want more of that? Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Oh my goodness. All right, Takesha, good morning. Welcome. How are you doing, my good friend?
Hey, Zeus.
Hey, how's it going?
I was rooting so hard for y'all last night, Zeus.
Oh, thank you. It means a lot.
I think if they hadn't blocked that field goal.
Yeah. Oh, don't go.
I'm sorry. And if y'all player hadn't did that holding when y'all got to the 11 and y'all ended up having to settle for a field goal, I think y'all could have won the game, Zeus. But we're not going to even talk on it. I just want you to know that I was rooting all the way for the 49ers.
I was telling myself I wasn't going to think about that game, but I won either way, right? It was either we're going to get Nancy Pelosi coming out with a W or Taylor Swift. So I was going to win either way, right?
Well, yeah, but at least y'all did make it to the Super Bowl. So that was a good
Unlike
thing.
Nutty's team, right?
Nutty is still sounding depressed.
He do.
Because Detroit lying to him like they were going to. Yeah.
Now you made my morning. Oh my God, thank you. That felt good.
Detroit Lions, they just be lying. We got it this year. Hey, we got it this year. They were all excited, Zeus. They thought they really were going to be in the stands, and the only way they made it to the Super Bowl is if they bought tickets or sat in front of their TV and watched it.
Let's go. Thank you, Takesha. That made
You're
me
so
feel
welcome,
good.
Zeus. So let me thank Shay for that wonderful Black history lesson.
Right?
Because if you don't teach them, you won't reach them.
Reach them. I like
So
that.
thank you, Shay, for that, because the only thing these people believe is that Donald Trump is king and his hair is real. He doesn't smell, but them tears we gonna sell.
Oh, I love it. Bars.
Listen, let's talk about something that happened on your... First of all, let me go and get clickbait out the way, because I told you every day I'm going to talk about him until he
Go ahead.
realized he should have never came for me.
Don't do it.
Did you see that 6-foot Walmart Christmas tree sitting in the corner in that so-called condo with them Dollar Tree balls hanging off of it and his dog sitting on the side with his whole doggy bed and a sheet over that couch? Yeah,
Really?
Trick Bay live there. They letting him stay there while he paints the wall and fix the lights in the condo. That's not his condo, Zeus. We not gonna believe that. I want to go and get that out the way. While he was on Oil Spill Live trying to go off on Oil Spill, talking about you're letting people be racist on here. And every time I get up here, he got to type in the comments, welfare. Clickbait, let it go.
Get him, Takesha.
I'm sick of him, Zeus. I'm sick of every day I got to put his leash on, walk him around the park with a pooper scooper. It's getting quite boring, Zeus.
It's getting ridiculous. Tell him.
Listen, you got to try to pick him up because he ain't no taller than a scrub. You know the little shrubbery in the park. You got to pick him up so folks can see him because you know he ain't before 8.
Oh,
it's ridiculous. But anyway, Zeus, I digress.
Let's go.
That wasn't me talking about clickbait, though.
No. We keep
that was AI. That was AI.
That was AI. Let's go.
Yeah. So listen, Zeus. The people that came on the Clouds of the Truth, the 2 men that were immigrants themselves.
Pete and something else. I think his name was Pete and something else.
I forgot the other one name, but when I tell you, it broke my heart to see how they feel about their own people. You came over here, overstayed your visa illegally.
Yep.
You're here. But you talking about we don't know what kind of people we getting crossing the border. Well, Zeus, I don't mean a lick of harm. Right. We don't know the people we already got here that are not immigrants. I don't think immigrants are committing mass shootings. I don't think immigrants are going in school unaliving children. I don't think immigrants went in churches and unalive children.
Absolutely
I don't think
not.
immigrants went into bowling alleys and grocery stores and unalive children. So what are they so scared of these people trying to come over and seek asylum? So y'all just giving these people a stereotype that they're bad people and they're going to come over here and do something that y'all already doing.
Bingo.
What's the problem?
They don't want nobody to be able to do what they do, I guess, right? Because they already tried to overthrow our democracy, right? And they're planning another insurrection from what I've heard.
Zeus, they can get a planner and write the whole plan down.
Evidence.
And they may as well set it on fire. Because this is not the same administration that it was when Tacky Hair Tommy was in office. We're not standing Donald Trump. We're not standing MAGA. We're not standing We're not standing none of that. Listen, it's sad when you think you got all power because you're a white man, but you got handcuffs on and bending over for another white man.
No lies detected.
Booty so loose, it's like diarrhea when they sit down. Because Trump just running all up in them and out them.
Nasty.
Just cut it out for real. It's getting ridiculous out here. I'm embarrassed for the women they're married to. Who wants a man that is so in love with another man and you supposed to be my man? Come on.
No lies detected. But this is what they do.
Oh, Lord.
That's
just made my Monday just melatonin ready. I just need to take a melatonin and fall asleep and wake back up and see if it's gonna be better. Why Tim Scott, Ryan, I just love you. I just love you.
Oh, Tim.
Tim, stop. Tim
Yeah.
need to go find some gate pieces and put them around his teeth so they can go in some so he can talk a little better and see if he talk a little when he get through. I'm finna go, Zeus. I can't play with you today.
All right. All right. Well, listen, as always, I appreciate you having the courage and conviction to be able to get up here and tell the truth. All right, Takesha?
Thank you, Zeus. See you later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the beautiful Takesha. One of the bad men to Hey! No lies detected. Oh my goodness. All right, Gabriel, welcome. Welcome. How are you doing, my friend? Doc. Greetings, Gabriel. How are
Good
you
morning,
doing,
sis.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Hold on, I gotta go down. I lost my sound.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Yeah, you might have to drop it and come on back. All right.
You hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I lost my sound. I can't hear it live. Hold on.
You gotta, you gotta drop and then come back up, Gabriel. All right. I know how that happens to me sometimes. Doc, thank you so much. Are you all enjoying the show this morning? All right, we're almost done. I hope you are all enjoying this show. It's definitely a pleasure to be able to do this every day with all of you. I don't always get to talk to all of you, but it's amazing that we are doing this. Good morning, Gabriel. How are you? Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Miss Boss Diva. Can you hear me?
Why? Yeah, I can't hear you again.
You might have to update. You might have to update your app. Try it again. I'm going to move on, Gabriel, but I tried to get you. You've been trying to come up here for a while. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up Queen Flea. Queen Lady. I'm so sorry.
Hey,
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, and you?
I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom, tending to the affairs as usual.
Yes. These crazy megas, they cry all the time. They got grown mans out here that's calling people names.
Oh.
All I want to know, they
Really?
do they want a pacifier or a bottle or something? That they act like children. And then Trump out here, oh Lord,
What's he doing?
he's dangerous.
Yeah.
Very, very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
And it don't make no sense. He's on this air and he's on these lives and or doing his little things and throwing these little threats out. And He's like, people like, do you think I'm scared of him? No.
Nope.
You think Democrats are scared of him? No.
Cut it out, Randall. Keep going.
So it's just a point of view that people needs to wake up and understand. This man is dangerous. He do not care about none of y'all unless you got that money and you're rich.
Yep.
Now, if you're living in a trailer park or you're just living in a regular house and you're not rich, you're not part of that.
Yep.
You know, like I say, you're just listening to a man, and y'all gonna go out here and ruin your life.
Sad.
You gonna go out here and ruin a man's life that don't do nothing for you.
Wow.
You're gonna ruin your life. You're gonna lose your family.
Mm-hmm.
These
are people who were raised in the church. They say.
Yeah, they've lived. That's the devil. They listening to the devil. That's
Bingo.
the devil.
Bingo.
That's the devil. And God is not like that. Jesus is not like that. Jesus do not like ugly. God do not like ugly.
Nope. So
I
don't like ugly either.
No, I don't either.
No.
And God has been good to me.
Amen.
What I be doing, I don't not now. Don't get me wrong. I might be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
But don't try me. Because I am a Sagittarius, and the Sagittarius are the ones are quiet and can take stuff. Yeah. But when it comes all out,
yeah,
it's like a fire.
Tell them, Queen Lady.
But all I ask y'all megas, look, try to do better. This is America. And this is not Russia. And that man, Russia is the enemy and always been the enemy.
Yep.
And y'all gonna praise this man? Y'all better wake up. I'm
You better
sorry to say
wake
it.
up. Tell him, Queen. Tell him. Well, listen,
Wake
I
up.
appreciate it. All right. And you
And
brought,
you
and you
keep up
are,
the good work.
all right. You too. Happy Monday to you. All right. Don't do nothing
Same
I
to
wouldn't do
you.
out here in these TikTok streets. All right. Shout out to the
All
Sagittarius in here. All right.
right. Y'all have a blessed one.
All right. You too. All right.
Uh,
You know, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Let's see. Oh my goodness. See, Queen, you brought up a good point. And I've been telling these Trump supporters this. You better be careful because the Dems are mad right now, MAGA. The Dems are getting mad. The way that special counsel Robert Hur attacked President Biden last week, you woke up a sleeping giant. All right, you want to talk about poking the bear, MAGA? You poked the bear last week when you got out here and started attacking President Biden. What more can you do? How much do you got? You're going after him with these sham impeachment hearings? You're going after his son? And he's been sitting back very calmly letting you do it. He doesn't want to get in the middle of any investigation. He's defending this country against our enemies, domestic and abroad. He hasn't been doing anything. And you release this silly report with all of these personal insults against a sitting president of the United States, President Biden. MAGA, you've been warned. The Dems are mad. And you know what? You just might have crossed the line this time. The January 6th, that was enough to get me activated. But what you did last week to President Biden, attacking him the way you did after all these other attacks, where's the impeachment at? I thought he was going to be impeached. No evidence. Where's the Hunter Biden stuff at? No evidence. And now you're going into some of this Trump derangement syndrome territory. You cowards have no honor. You rats will never be honorable. Dems are mad, MAGA, and you better pay attention. All right, Gabriel. I'll bring you up, and then I got to get up out of here. We reached that point in the show where I got to get up out of here. All right,
I got you, sis. Thanks for bringing me up.
Yes, you're welcome. How are you?
Pretty good. Happy Sunday. No,
well, is it Sunday?
I'm sorry, Monday.
I was about to say.
Wishful thinking. I am at work.
Oh, okay. I understand. Well, listen, good job at work keeping those unemployment numbers low. You know how this goes.
No, absolutely. No, I just wanted to make a little mention if there's any people from Pennsylvania in the comments. We have a special election this Tuesday.
Oh.
Now, that's the day before Valentine's Day, so I know it's a difficult one, but it's to keep our Democrat advantage in the state house.
Oh.
So everybody, if you live in Bucks County, get the hell out and vote.
All right. Good job plugging that. Everyone that lives in Bucks County, Pennsylvania.
Absolutely.
Get out and vote. Where's my background? Where's it at? I need to get my other background. All right. You know what to do this time, ladies and gentlemen. Get out and vote. All right. And do what? Vote blue. If you really do care about our country, get out and vote in Bucks County, Pennsylvania ASAP. Do not let these MAGA traitors, domestic terrorists intimidate you. Show up and show out. All right, Gabriel. Thank you so much.
No problem. Just keep it blue, people. With one seat, we got automatic voter registration. And John Shapiro just got us on the last special election, we got a judge that's going to protect voting rights. So let's keep this train rolling.
Let's keep the train rolling. And we're not talking about the Trump train. Absolutely not. All right, Gabriel.
All right. Thanks for bringing me up, sis. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right. And don't get in trouble at work. All right, my good friend?
Oh, no, I work from home. I get in trouble from the missus, but not from work.
Okay. All right. I got you. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this special broadcast. Takesha, did you want to say something to Zeus before I get up out of here? I'm so sorry I didn't get to talk to all of you. Takesha, you wanted to say something to Zeus?
Hey, Zeus, I need to address somebody.
Okay.
User 825-9976-501-435.
Uh-oh.
Because I need you to put a name with that, because I'm going to roast you every day from now on because I saw what you asked me. So let me give you an example of what you asked. You asked me what fits in mean. So let me give you a sentence with an example of the word fits in. Trump fits in you really good from the back while you're taking your instructions. How about that? So every day you come on Zeus, I'm going to talk about you. I need you to put a name with your number or a number with your name, but I got you every day. Now that's what fits in mean. Since you asked me, he fits in you really, really well. Woo! Until your butt has swelled. All right, Zeus, have a great day.
Oh my God, right on time. Wow. Thank you to Keisha. Wow. What a heck of a way to end the show. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the show has officially came to an end. The plane has landed. You are now free to depart this aircraft. All right, make sure you unbuckle yourselves. I want to make sure you all get a round of applause for being a part of this exciting, entertaining, and engaging show. Whether we agree or disagree, you hung out and you lasted the entire time, all right? A special thank you to my gifters, to my subscribers, to my moderators, and all of the amazing panelists that had the courage to get in the box and tell the truth. I mean, some of them lied, but you know. They're possessed with the MAGA demon. All right? And one last round of booze and shame for the Zeus haters. All right? For our haters, our critics, our detractors, our naysayers, all right? Who continue to worship Donald Trump and live in delusion, and even some of them that call themselves communists, they live in delusion as well. Let's give them what they deserve, right, Yazzie? One last round of booze and shame!
Silence! You MAGA demon! Struggle bubbles, struggle pancakes, struggle honey buns, struggle in a way. Yeah, he's a struggler.
Get him out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Stay safe and don't do nothing I wouldn't do in those TikTok streets. I'll see you around.
Who's always most handsome in the kingdom?
And I really am the most handsome. Y'all take care and stay safe out there, all right? I got to get up out of here. Great show. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. Thank you so much. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my move, Colston. Oh my gosh, all of you are so amazing. Shane, thank you. Cece, so sorry I didn't get to you. You know I love you, all right? Marisol, you're welcome. Jimmy, that's the silliest thing. Love you as well. Thank you, Mod, for unpinning that nasty nonsense. Susie!
You a high risk.
Nick's all in the mix. No one before me. I hope you're learning something. TikTok rock star. Let's go. Let's go. Colston. Hey. Yeah, Usher did good. Usher was great yesterday. Mickey P. Where's Retribution? We're gonna get him. I tried to be patient, but you had to light a fuse. Dark Hoosier. Let's go, Miss Thompson. Let's go. Ray. Is that the only thing you know how to spell? Vegas girl. Ready. Wanda. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. Good job. Thank you so much. I try my best to keep the standard, all right? Someone has to get out here and tell the truth and shame the devil. Ray, it's not you. All right, Angie, I'll miss you too. Natalie, thank you so much. Cool. Let's go, Mrs. Silk. Let's go. Positivity. I've been waiting for this moment now. Marisol, I love you too. I didn't make the game a rule. Queen, please. Jimmy, get back to the basement. You're not doing that good, champ. And if you go to Snuggles Live, you deserve whatever hell you catch. Am I right, Reggie? Trump supporters, get those knee pads and those elbow pads ready. Because Jack Smith and Fonnie Willis, oh my goodness, and Letitia James and Alvin Bragg are coming for you.
This is how I move.
It's over, MAGA.
This is how I sound.
It really is. Positivity, thank you so much. Hey, 382, you're still spreading lies and misinformation. You can go hang out at Snuggles Live all you want to. It won't make you any smarter. It actually makes you worse.
Yeah, you know about me.
All right.
I just want to find
I'm the god of the sky.
11,780 love.
Right.
One more than we have.
And that's how you get a RICO case right there. Reggie, are you ready, Reggie? Let's give it to him. Yeah. Like this.
He's deranged. Jack Smith. 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 He's deranged.
Jack Smith.
Donald Trump is indicted and they take
one charge and they turn it into 36 charges, right?
And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
All right.
They started just recently with this crap. They started just recently. They could have brought this lawsuit, Brenna, 3 years ago, right after I left. It's been 3 years. But they didn't do that. And now they're saying, we have to go immediately before the Supreme Court. This thing would have all been over with 2 years ago. But they waited and waited and waited, and then they saw I was running, and they waited, and then they saw I was hot.
And they saw you was
they
hot.
filed lawsuits. These are very dishonest people. That's called election interference.
Oh my God, that's called election interference. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta go. All right, but before we do, we gotta drop the bomb, and you know exactly what that is.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.